Today in the world of cannabis, the Mexican Senate considers cannabis law reform. The Michigan governor approves sweeping cannabis conviction legislation, and Illinois hits a cannabis tax revenue milestone. It's Thursday, October 15th, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California, it's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, according to the Chamber's majority leader, the Mexico Senate will likely vote on a cannabis legislation bill in the next couple of weeks. This according to Marijuana Moment. In 2018, Mexico's Supreme Court labeled cannabis cultivation and possession as unconstitutional. As the Senate reconsiders this ruling, advocates are calling for more focus on social equity prior to the bill being passed. In August, President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador announced that cannabis law reform will be addressed in the new legislative session. However, the coronavirus pandemic halted bill negotiations. If the Senate were to approve the cannabis legislation, it would then be sent to Mexico's Chamber of Deputies for a vote.
And next, Marijuana Moment reports that Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has signed into state law legislation that would expunge the records of those convicted with low-level cannabis-related crimes. Governor Whitmer also signed additional bills to expand the record-clearing process to include other forms of convictions. During my 2018 campaign for governor, I made expungement of marijuana charges one of my key priorities, and I'm so proud today that we can follow through on that goal, Whitmer said at a press conference. For too long, criminal charges have created barriers to employment, barriers to housing, and others for hundreds of thousands of Michiganders. These bipartisan bills are going to be a game changer. Those with misdemeanor cannabis convictions may apply for record expungement for crimes no longer considered illegal since Michigan legalized cannabis in 2018. An additional bill calls for misdemeanor charges to be expunged after 7 years and felonies expunged after 10 years.
Last up, in a report by Marijuana Moment, Illinois has recorded a milestone in cannabis sale tax revenue. Since the state's recreational cannabis market launched earlier this year, over $100 million in revenue has been generated. Thanks to those who have carefully overseen this brand new industry's successful launch in Illinois. Revenue is flowing to local governments, to drug treatment programs and law enforcement, and being reinvested in our communities hit hardest by the failed policies of the past. Illinois Department of Revenue Director David Harris said in a press release. The record number of sales comes despite the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, which has caused an extraordinary strain on countless business sectors. Tax revenue from cannabis sales is being used to fund local Illinois governments and justice initiatives.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit TRICHOMES.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis-related podcasts like Hash It Out, The High Ground, or Careers in Cannabis, wherever you get your podcasts. For TRICHOMES.com, I'm Devin Liao.
And I'm RJ Balde. Later.